Hey there, everybody. Welcome to County Stadium in Milwaukee. This is kind of a tit for tat or a payback per se. Not in a bad way, but in a good way, to Uncle Ron. He played a Patreon game for me, the 1987 Red Sox against the Brewers opening day in the infamous Bob Stanley opening day start. So I thought I would do that with History Maker Baseball and see if we can make a different history than he came up with. So that's what we've got here, 1987 County Stadium. We're going to replay it and see if it comes out differently. It's Teddy Higuera against Bob Stanley. The lineups are the same as they were in Ron's game. And we'll run through those very quickly just in case you did not see Ron's game. For the Red Sox, it's Wade Boggs leading off at third. Marty Barrett hits second and plays second. Bill Buckner's at first. He will hit third. Jim Rice, the cleanup hitter, plays left field. Don Baylor, the DH, will hit fifth. Dewey Evans in right field will hit sixth. Hindu Dave Henderson will hit seventh and play center. Mark Sullivan, the catcher, while Rich Gedman holds out, is batting eighth. And Spike Owen, the shortstop. And Teddy Higuera is on the mound for the Brew Crew. Got to write his little spot here in the home pitcher spot. So let's get him in there. Teddy Higuera. And Higuera has flash and semi-control as his qualities. Go to the Brewers lineup. We have Paul Molitor leading off at third. Robin Yountz in center field hitting second. Glenn No Brags Just Facts plays right field and hits third. Greg Crocodile Brock is the cleanup hitter at first base. Billy Joe Robideau is the DH. He will hit fifth. Rob Deere is in left field. He'll hit sixth. Bill Schroeder is the catcher. He will hit seventh. Jim Gantner's second baseman hitting eighth. And batting ninth, shortstop Dale Swain. And on the mound for the Red Sox, a workman with a little bit of control, Bob Stanley. He is an icon, though, so that may serve him well as well, depending on what some of these roles turn out to be. So let's, without further ado, let's get this game going. Both teams are semi-harmonious, as it's opening day for both teams. Let's look at the umpires, first of all, before we get going. And these are the actual umpires from the actual game. Jim Evans is behind the plate. He will monitor the balls and strikes. Nick Bremigan's at first base. And Al Clark is at third base. For some reason, they only had 3 umpires listed in the game. I believe the other umpire that played, that he may have been sick that day or something, was Darryl Cousins, so he's monitoring second base. But Jim Evans is strict behind the plate, so he's not going to go for any shenanigans. So we will go ahead and get this party started, as they say. What I want to do is try to show as much of the book as possible. So I'm going to be rolling right here on the main book, and I'll have the cards in hand so we can see how things go. Now Higuera has flash and semi-control. It's the only quality really needed that you need to worry about him right now. Leading off is Wade Boggs. He's a hero, a semi-champion, and a slugger. Semi-patient as well, so very good qualities for Mr. Boggs. He leads off, and it's a 4-5-6. 4-5-6. Is he patient? He is semi-patient, but desired eyes blank. So he's going to fly to center for out number 1, and that takes us immediately to the chemistry chart because that is in purple. So we go to the chemistry chart. Both teams are semi-harmonious. And it's going to bring up the at-bat for Marty Barrett on the harmonious chart. 1-4, so both teams are harmonious. 1-4 says batting team dissonance. No, they're not dissonant. If it was, it would be a dribbler to the pitcher. Otherwise, it's a single. So Marty Barrett, a 1-out single. Marty Grinning Barrett. He grinned on that one and got that base hit. So now that'll bring up Billy Buckner, with a runner at first and 1 out. 2-3-6 is double control. Higuera has just a semi-control, so that will be a walk. And that will put 2 on. So 2 on with only 1 out. In fact, I think what I'll do to try to make it easier, if I can, since I'm only showing or really just showing the playbook, is get some runners out there so you can see where they are on the field. So we have runners at first and second with only 1 out. And Jim Rice, the veteran, steps to the plate. Here's Rice 126 is asking, is he fresh? Yes, he is. It's a line out to second. And on top of that, when there's a line out to second and second base is occupied, check the decider die. If it's a dot, this guy gets doubled off. He's doubled off. So Marty Barrett got caught napping over there, and Gantner made the catch of the liner, steps on the bag for unassisted double play. Inning is over. So after half an inning, I should say, it is Boston nothing, and the Brew Crew coming to bat. And one thing I forgot to do was hook up my little mic, because this is a very impromptu video. I didn't really plan on doing one right now, but just kind of hit me. So let me get the mic situated, and hopefully the audio will be a little bit better. We can hope. Okay, so hopefully that's better. We shall see. Won't know until I post the video. All right, so Paul Molitor is up to the plate, and Bob Stanley, the pitcher. In fact, I'll go ahead and bring Stanley over where you can see him a little bit better, maybe. He is a workman with control. All right, here's Paul Molitor leading things off. It's a 2-4-6. It asks if he has control. He does. He's got it right there, so it's a ground ball back to Stanley. Stanley helping him do things right. That was a ground out, one away. Here's Robin Yount. That's a 2-2-6. It's asking, is it batter hit by pitch? The side eye says he is, so Yount gets plunked by Stanley. So Yount is aboard. That'll bring up Glenn Braggs. 3-5-5. 3-5-5. Struggler or gilded? No, he's a workman, but he's not a struggler. Champion. Braggs is not a champion. He's a semi-hero, but not a champion. So he won't double. Instead, he will ground to second unless he's a whiffer. The sire die says he's a whiffer, so he will strike out. So Glenn Braggs, no bragging there. He goes down on strikes. 2 down for Greg Brock. Whoa, that's trouble for Mr. Stanley. 6-6-6. He's not an ace. Is Brock a sad sack? No, he's not. We got a deep drive glove check, which is most likely going to be a home run. Glove check here. Let's see. Let's see what the roll is. We roll 1d6 and see which fielder we're talking about. It's a 3. So we're talking about the left fielder. If the left fielder is Gold, he has a chance to make the catch. Left fielder is Rice, and the Sox do not have any Gold infielders. So that is a 2-run home run for Greg Brock. Opposite field job. 2-run shot. And the Brew Crew have jumped on Bob Stanley 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. And we could be doing deja vu all over again. Here's Billy Joe Robideau. I had to create him. He was not in the carded set, so I created him best I could with the player creation model. 4-5-6. Is he patient? He's semi-patient, but the sire die is a blank, so it's a fly to center. And that's going to end the inning. It was also in purple, so the first at bat of the second will be off of the chemistry chart. So Don Baylor will get the bat off the chemistry chart. We'll bring Higuera a little closer. Maybe you can see his card, hopefully. I think you can. He is flashed with semi-control. So Don Baylor off of the chemistry chart. Both teams semi-harmonious, of course. Now they're both harmonious. 1-2, batting team distance, no, would be strike 3 if it was. Otherwise, it's fence check. So Don Baylor, who's a semi-home run king, will go to this fence check. And if he rolls to be a home run king, he's got a great chance for a home run. And he does. It's a 2, which is a home run because the dot gives him the home run king and the 2 gives him the home run. So Don Baylor answers the Brock home run with one of his own. Don Baylor cuts the lead to 2-1. Solo shot. And now we go to the Dwight Evans. Bases cleared. 2-6-6. Run on first, thrown out. No, he's not the leadoff batter. He will fly to right. So 1 away for Dewey Evans. Brings up Dave Henderson. Hendu Kendu. 2-4-4. Ace? No. Higuera's not an ace. Is he a champion? No, he's not a champion. He's going to ground to short unless he's a whiffer. He happens to be a whiffer, so strikeout for Hindu. He could not do that time. He struck out. Here's Mark Sullivan. He's a semi-sad sack and a semi-utility. Whoa, 666 again. Is he a sad sack? He's a semi-sad sack, but the decider die is a blank. So we're going to the glove check again. Mark Sullivan could hit a home run here. In fact, very, very likely will. Check is a 4. That means it's gone. We're not even looking at the glove. It's gone. So Mark Sullivan, of all people, hits a home run because the decider die was a blank. And we are tied at 2 here at County Stadium. Here's Spike Owen. 2-3-5. Is he wild? No. Is he eager? No. It's ground out to second unless he's patient. He's not patient, so the ground out to second will hold. And the inning is over, but we are tied 2-2 as we go to the bottom of the second. And we bring back Bob Stanley into the fray. See if he's got some run support, see what he can do. Here's Rob Deere. 2-4-6. Does he have control? Yes, he does. It's a ground ball back to Stanley. And that's the way the first inning started. Second inning will start the same way. Here's Bill Schroeder. 1-3-4. Gold catcher. No, Sullivan's not gold. Is he a champion? He's a semi-champion, but the decider die is a blank, so he's not a champion. So we got outfield drama. So outfield drama for the Sox, and everybody in the outfield for the Sox is neutral. So we can just issue the decider die and just roll the regular 2 dice. 1-3. 1-3 says center fielder iron. No, he's not iron. Center fielder Henderson is neutral. If he was iron, it'd be a single. Otherwise, he makes the lunging catch. So Hindu, running grab with that sinking liner by Schroeder. He got it off the ground before it hit. 2 down for Jim Gantner. 3-5-6. That's a left-right split. Gantner is a lefty. Stanley's a righty, so that's a base hit on that left-right split. That 3-5-6. That's the left-right check in the game. And since he's not utility or sad sack, that hit will stand. So Jim Gantner, 2-out single, brings up Dale Swain. Switch hitter. 1-4-6. Flash. No, he does not have flash. Is he champion? No, he's not champion. So he's going to ground to second. And that's going to end the inning. So after 2 complete here at County Stadium, Milwaukee, it is the Red Sox 2 and the Brew Crew 2. That'll bring up Wade Boggs to start things off. Try to move over here so you can see the score sheet maybe a little bit better. But I want to try to get the book. It's hard to fit everything in. That's the problem. I'm just going to have to show the book more and worry about the score sheet later. All right, here's Boggs. 1-4-4, flash. Higuera has flash. That's a strikeout, but they do have the goggles, which say questionable or lenient umpire calls ball 4. Others call strike 3. Well, we've already said Jim Evans, the home plate umpire, is strict. So he's going to be strict on Boggs and strike him out. Boggs disagrees. He thought it was outside, but Evans rang him up anyway. Here's Marty Barrett. 3-4-5. Iron catcher. Schroeder is not iron. Does he have a good eye? He's got a semi-good eye. Decider eye says he has a good eye. So it's going to be a check swing ball instead of a strikeout. And in orange, we go to the umpire chart. So we're going to the umpire chart with the bases empty and see what the umpires have to say. We get a 2-5 on the bases empty umpire chart. It says questionable umpire at first. No, Nick Bremigan at first is semi-strict. So he's not questionable. If he was, blown call, rules batter safe at first. Other umpires rule batter out. So obviously Barrett is out. Doesn't say particularly how he's out. So just for the heck of it, I'll roll 1d6 and see what position throw him out. It's 2. So it's a dribble in front of the plate, we're going to say. And Schroeder throws him out 2-3. For out number 2, that was not scientific. That's just something I decided to do. It really doesn't matter in this game, unless you're really keeping strict defensive statistics. Here's Buckner, 1-4-5, which I did for the Atlanta Braves replay, but anything else I probably not. 1-4-5, Struggler, no. So it's ground out to first. Buckner is retired. 3 up, 3 down go the Sox. We go to the bottom of the third. Still 2-2. And top of the order coming up for the Brew Crew, Paul Molitor against Bob Stanley. 1-2-5. Is he a struggler? No, he's a workman, but not a struggler. Is the batter patient? He is semi-patient. The sire die says he's patient. Therefore, it's a walk. However, you do with the goggles. It says questionable or strict umpire calls strike 3. Well, we already know Jim Evans is strict, so he's going to ring up Molitor, and he is out of there. So Molitor in disbelief, and both benches. Evans is hearing it from both benches, hearing it from McNamara and Troublehorn. Here's Robin Yount, 1-4-5. Is he a struggler? No. It's a ground out to third. 2 down. And that'll bring up Glenn Braggs. 1-1-3. Is he an ace or dynamic? No. Is he a slugger? He's a semi-slugger, but the sire die says no. You still get a single as long as he's not a home run king or a sad sack, which he is not. So Braggs gets the 2-out single. For Greg Brock, who homered his last trip. Stanley trying to avoid that. 2-2-4, he will avoid it. I think pitching at home, though, Stanley's not at home, he's on the road. Is he a slugger? Brock is a semi-slugger, but the sire die says no. But it'll still be a single to right field. He's not active, so he won't steal. And Braggs is not an active runner, so he's going to just get 1 base. So runners at first and second now with 2 outs for Billy Joe Robideau. 1-4-5. Is he a struggler? No. It's a ground out to first. And the inning is over. So Stanley survives a couple of late hits. And we go to the 4th. And both pitchers now. Actually, you get 1 more inning of these older sets. You get 1 more inning, so they're not going to be. They're going to keep their full freshness for 4 innings instead of just the 3. So Higuera and Stanley both going to be in their last inning of full freshness. Here's Jim Rice. Rice 2-4-5. He's blank. Is he a hero? He's a semi-hero. The sire die says he's a hero, so he's a single to left field for Jim Rice. Jim Rice gets the leadoff single. Here's Baylor. He homered his first trip on that glove check. 1-1-2. Does the pitcher have flash? Yes, he does have flash. Does he have a good eye? No, he doesn't. So Baylor down on strikes. And Higuera gets a little bit of revenge. So 1 out. Here's Dewey Evans. Evans, 1-1-1. Speaking of revenge, is he an ace? No. Is he a scrapper? No. It's a home run for Dwight Evans. So Dewey Evans, a 2-run shot for Dewey Evans, and all of a sudden the Red Sox lead it 4-2, and there's hope for Bob Stanley to try to get a win. That 1-1-1 did it. It's a 2-run shot for Evans. Here's Henderson. 1-2-6. Is he fresh? Yes, he's still fresh. So it's a line out to second for out number 2. And it's going to bring up Mark Sullivan. And he had an improbable home run last time. 1-1-6, not this time. Is he fresh? Yes. Struck him out. But 2 runs hit the board on that Dwight Evans 2-run homer. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. It's Boston 4, Brew Crew 2. And now Bob Stanley will have his last inning of full freshness, facing Rob Deere. 1-1-2. Flash, no. Is Deere a sad sack? No, he's not. Check with scorer. So we have either an error or a hit, depending on what the scorer says. 6, which means it's an error on either the first baseman or the third baseman. Since Deere is a right-hander, probably third base would make the most sense. So it's an error on Wade Boggs, E5. E5, error on Boggs. So the leadoff man is on for Bill Schroeder. Infield looking to turn 2. 1-3-4. Goal catcher, no. Is he a champion? He's a semi-champion. The sire die says no. So we turn to outfield drama, where again, all the Red Sox outfielders are neutral. So 3-4. 3-4 says left fielder iron. No, he's not. It's a fly out. So since he was neutral, Rice made that catch. 1 away. Brings up Jim Gantner, second baseman. 5-5-6. Is he an ace? No, he's not. Is he a sad sack? No, he's not. It's a double to right field. And that will score the run, as Deere will come around to score from first on the lead die of 5. And the lead has been cut to 4-3. So back come the Brew Crew. There's only one out. Runner at second now on a 4-3 lead for the Sox. Here's Dale Swain. 3, 4, 5. Iron catcher, no. Good eye, nope. It's a strikeout. So Stanley gets a strikeout. That's 2 outs and it's in blue, so we're going to the right now chart. Stanley is semi-hot for getting that strikeout, and Molitor is semi-cold because he struck out his last time. So semi-hot pitcher against semi-cold batter. Now they're both neutral. 1-6. 1-6 says hot pitcher. Nope, if he was, Fool's batting to swinging an outside pitch, ground ball to short. Otherwise, batter lines clean single past second base. So Molitor lashes a clean single, and on a lead die of 1, with 2 outs, any runner scores from second on a hit. So that means Gantner will score, and we got a tie ball game just that quickly. We are tied at 4. So 4-4 tie. As Swain is at first, Molitor is at first for Robin Yount. 5-6-6. Is he wild? No. Does he have a good eye? No. It's a strikeout. And that's going to end the inning, but 2 runs come across. And we go to the 5th, tied at 4-4. Both pitchers now semi-fresh. That last result on strikeout was in blue, so we're going to the right now chart for the first at bat of the 5th inning. Spike Owen grounded out last time, so he's neutral. Higuera struck out Sullivan his last time up, so he's semi-hot. So semi-hot pitcher against a neutral batter. Now they're both neutral. 3-4. Cold batter. No, he's not. If he was cold, he hit a weak dribbler to the pitcher. Batter slump affects team. Side retired on alternating ground out and pop outs. Otherwise, it's just a fly to right. So Owen flies to right, but at least it doesn't put the whole team in a slump where they go down 1-2-3. So just 1 out. Here's Wade Boggs, top of the order. So for 2, he's due. 2-3-4. Nobody's on base. Is he a hot batter? No, he's not. He's going to pop to third. So Boggs 0 for 3 in that leadoff spot. Here's Marty Barrett. 1-2-2. Is he a workman? No, Higuera's not a workman. Champion or a whiffer? He is neither one. So he will line to third. And that's the end of the 5th. Or top of the 5th anyway. So we go to the bottom of the 5th, still 4-4. Tie ball game. Here's Bob Stanley facing Glenn Braggs. 1-4-4. Flash, no. Is he a hero? He's a semi-hero. Desire Die says no. So let's ground out to short unless he's a whiffer. He's a semi-whiffer, but again, Desire Die is a no, so it's just a grounder to short. On away. Brings up Greg Brock. 1-3-6. Ace, no. Whiffer or cold? He's neither one. So we got infield drama this time. And again, everybody on the Sox is listed as neutral as far as their fielding goes. 4-6. Shortstop goal. Nope, it's a error. So he's error safe at first. So error on Spike Owen. Second Red Sox error of the game. And that's in red, so we will be going to the experience chart for the next at-bat. And it's going to be Robideau, who's a semi-prospect, against Stanley, who's an icon. And Robideau is a prospect. 2-6. Icon pitcher. Experience with batter strikes him out. So Stanley struck out Robideau using his wily veteran prowess to strike him out. 2 down, 1 on, thanks to the error. Oh, forgot to put the runner on there. Not that it matters. I don't think you can see him up there. And here's Deer. 4-4-5. Is he a workman? Yes, he is. It's a double to right field. And on a lead die of 4, runner advances 2 bases on a single, scores on a double. So that will score the go-ahead run. It's unearned thanks to the error on Spike Owen. But either way, Milwaukee takes the lead on that double by Rob Deer. It is 5-4. Here's Schroeder. Whoa, 3-3-3. This is getting worse for Stanley. He may be done. Utility or sad sack? He is neither one. We got a triple into the gap, but there's 3 stars here. It says if he's a home run king, it's a home run. He is a semi-home run king. Fortunately for them, the sire die is blank, but it's still going to be a rare triple for Bill Schroeder, as that ball just banged around on the outfield wall. Nobody was able to pick it up, not Rice or Henderson. So generously given a triple by the official scorer. But that's going to do it for Bob Stanley. He's not going to be able to go any further. He is going to be lifted. And the new pitcher coming in for the Sox, with the left-handed Gantner coming up, will be lefty Joe Sambito. Joe Sambito is rated as a struggler and a workman, but since he's coming in the middle of an inning, he will get the ace quality in this first at bat. He's still going to keep these other two qualities, but if he finds an ace result, he will qualify for that as well. Stanley, an ugly outing, 4 2/3. So far, he's given up 6 runs. Let's see, 4 of them earned, and we'll figure out the rest later. Might be too ugly to even mention. Here's Gantner. So Gantner facing Sambito. 1-5-6. Is he a whiffer? No. We got outfield drama. So we're checking the outfield, which again, everybody is neutral on the Sox. So we check their outfield drama. Get a 1-5. Left fielder gold. No, he's not. So it's a single to left field. That's going to score Schroeder. Now you can close the book on Stanley. He gives up 7 runs, 4 earned in 4 2/3 innings, as Gantner with the RBI single puts the Brew Crew up 7-4. That result after that single is in purple, so we're going to the chemistry chart for the Dale Swain at bat. Both teams again semi-harmonious. Now they're both harmonious. 5-6. Pitching team dissonance. No, if they were dissonant, pitcher not confident, chooses safe pitch, ripped in the outfield for a single, otherwise strikeout. So it is a strikeout of Dale Swain to end the inning, but 3 runs come across for the Brew Crew. And since it's kind of off camera a little bit, we'll bring this in. After 5 complete, it's Milwaukee 7, Boston 4. That result was in blue on this strikeout. So we will be going to the right now chart on the first at bat of the inning. And it's going to be Bill Buckner facing Higuera. Now Buckner in his last at bat grounded to first, so he's neutral. And Barrett off of Higuera lined to third, so they're both neutral. It's neutral against neutral. 2-5. Hot batter, no. If he was, he'd rip into right field for a single. Otherwise, liner down the first base line, fielded by the first baseman for a line out. So Greg Brock makes the catch. One first baseman lines to the other. Greg Brock hauls it in. 1 away for Jim Rice. Rice steps to the plate. He's 1 for 2. 1-4-6. Flash. Yes, he is. He does have flash, so it's a strikeout. It's not a good eye. So Rice down on strikes. And it's 2 down for Don Baylor. 1-5-5. Home run king. He's a semi-home run king, but the sire die is a blank. So instead of a home run, it's a fly to center. And Don Baylor just missed his second home run of the game. But it's all for naught. 1, 2, 3 go the Sox. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. That'll be all for Sambito. He will leave. And new pitcher will be Steve Crawford. Steve Crawford will come in. He's not much better. He's a semi-struggler with semi-flash. He will not get that ace boost because he's not starting. He's starting an inning, not coming in mid-inning. So he will lose that boost. Sambito faced 2 batters, gave up a hit. That inherited run did get a strikeout. So now we've got Crawford. And he's going to be facing the top of the order, Paul Molitor, Robin Yount, and Glenn Braggs. 3 righties in a row. 1-2-5. Struggler, no. Oh, no, yes, he is. He's a semi-struggler. The sire die said yes. So we got a fence check based on that struggler result. And Molitor is a semi-slugger. So if he gets that slugger result, he might go deep. And he does. It's a 5, and he does go deep. A slugger and a 5 is a home run. So Paul Molitor greets Steve Crawford the hard way with a home run. And the Brew Crew, flexing their muscles, now lead it 8-4. And you can't blame Bob Stanley for that. All right, here's Robbing you out. 1-2-6. Is he fresh? Yes, it's a line out to second. One away. Brings up Glenn Braggs. 1-1-5. Is he fresh? Yes, it's a pop out to the infielder by choice. We'll say he pops to Boggs over there at third. Wake him up over there. 2 down for Greg Brock. 2-2-6. Batter hit by pitch. Nope, it's blank. Is the cleanup batter. Greg Brock is the cleanup batter. It is a home run to right field. So since Greg Brock is the cleanup batter, it is a home run. His second of the game. And second one allowed by Crawford, who's getting bit by the long ball. It is now 9-4. And all the rolls that could go wrong for the Sox are going wrong. Here's Deere, 3-4-5, iron catcher, no, good eye, no, it's a strikeout to end the inning. But 2 more come across. It is now 9-4, favor of the Brew Crew. I'm sorry, that was Robideau's at bat, not Deere. Robideau gets hidden back there sometimes because it's a lesser card. So let's look at this roll again. 3-4-5, just to make sure it's the same thing. Does not have a good eye. Nope, he still strikes out. Okay, so we're straight. All right, so Higuera now, no longer fresh of any kind, but he's pitched a couple of scoreless innings in a row, so he's going to stay in there. Mark Clear is loosening in the Brewer bullpen just in case. Here's Dewey Evans. 3-4-5, just had that roll for the other team. Iron catcher, no. Good eye, no. It's a strike. Oh, you know what? I was supposed to go to the right now chart because I had that strikeout in last at bat, so let's make sure we get that right. Right now chart. Evans hit a home run his last time up, so he's hot. And let's see what... It was a fly to center that Higuera gave up, so he's neutral. So we got a hot batter against a neutral pitcher. 3-6. Cold pitcher, no. If he was, it would be a single past third. Otherwise, it's a pop up to the catcher. So it's a pop up to Mr. Schroeder, and there's one away. So we go back to the regular chart for Dave Henderson. Hindu, 1-4-6. Flash. Higuera does have the flash. It is a strikeout. So strikeout for Henderson. 2 down for Mark Sullivan. 3-5-5. Struggler, no. Champion, not hardly. Ground out to second unless he's a whiffer. He's a whiffer, so we struck him out. So Higuera finishing in style. I think that's going to be it for him. 7 strong for Higuera, and he gives up 4 runs. And they'll let the bullpen take it from there. So we go to the 7th inning stretch. It is Milwaukee and a laugher, 9-4. They'll keep Crawford in there. Mark Clear will be coming in for the Brew Crew in the 8th, but right now we got to get through the 7th, and it's Rob Deere stepping to the plate. 1-3-6. Is he an ace? No. Whiffer or cold? He is whiffer, so he will strike out. Deere whiffs. Here's Schroeder. 1-3-4. Gold catcher, no. Champion. He's a semi-champion, but desired eyes a blank. So we got outfield drama in which everyone is neutral. We get a 4-6 on the outfield drama. Left fielder iron, no. Rice is not iron. He's neutral. If he was iron, it'd be a single. Otherwise, it's a running grab of a line out for out number 2, and it's in purple. So we're going to the chemistry chart for the Jim Gantner at bat. Both teams semi-harmonious. 4-5, and they're both harmonious. 4-5. Batting team harmony, yes. Focus batter waits on pitch and walks. Otherwise, he would have grounded out. So it's a 2-out walk to Gantner. Keeps the inning going for Dale Swain. Swain. 1-1-4. Is he fresh? No. He's in his 2nd inning of work, so he's only semi-fresh, and desired eye is a blank, so he's not fresh. Sad sack or patient, neither one. So we get a single to right field. That'll put the runner Gantner to second base. It's also in purple, so we're going back to the chemistry chart for the Paul Molitor at bat. Crawford on his last leg apparently, 5-6. Both teams are now neutral, 5-6. Pitching team dissonance, nope. If it was, it'd be a single, otherwise it's a strikeout to end the inning. And it's in blue, so we would normally go to the right now chart, but we have a pitching change, and that's going to override that. So we will not go to the chart. And in fact, Crawford is done now. And Calvin Schiraldi will be coming in to pitch the bottom of the eighth for the Red Sox. Crawford goes 2 innings and gives up 2 runs. I believe, yep, 2 innings and 2 solo homers were the 2 runs he gave up. So now for the Brew Crew, it's going to be Mark Clear, former Red Sox pitcher. Mark Clear. And he'll be facing Spike Owen. Mark Clear is a semi-workman, flash, and semi-wild. So we'll see how that plays out. He does have a 9-4 lead to work with, as Aguirre is given the rest of the night off. Here's Spike Owen. Hope didn't roll all 3 like I was supposed to, did I? All right, 3-5-6, that's a left-right split. Spike Owen is a switch hitter, so he's not utility or sad sack, so it will be a base hit. That's the second base hit on the left-right split. So you get that left-right check every couple of times a game usually. There's Wade Boggs. Whoa, 3-3-3 could be good for the Sox. Utility or sad sack? No, it's a triple for Wade Boggs. He's not a home run king, so it'll stay a triple. But it's good enough to bring home a run, and Wade Boggs finally comes through with a base hit. Scores Owen. Cuts the lead to Dolly Parton 9-5. We got a Dolly Parton 9-5 game going on. And Clear getting roughed up a little bit. Here's Barrett. 3-3-5. Is he wild? Yes, he's semi-wild. Side right says no, so he's not wild. Sad sack. No, he's not a sad sack. So it's a single to right field for Barrett. That's going to score Boggs. Cuts the lead to 9-6. And Treblehorn getting a little bit nervous over there. And not only single, he stole a base unless he's stoic, which he's not. So Marty Barrett's going to steal second base as well. So he's now at second base. Forgot my little guys out there. He's now at second base with nobody out. And Clear is now a semi-struggler because of 3 straight base runners. In fact, you know what? They're going to make the move. They're going to Dan Plesac. They're going to try to finish this thing off with Dan Plesac. He is a semi-ace. He'll be an ace and a half because he's coming in mid-inning. So he'll be an ace and a half. So if he gets the desired eye, he'll be a double ace. So Clear couldn't get anybody out. He was cloudy as mud. He was not clear at all. And Treblehorn figured it was clear that he didn't have his best stuff, so he made the change. Here's Plesac facing Buckner with Barrett at second and nobody out. 1-4-5. He's not a struggler. Clear would have been a struggler, so it would have been a wild pitch. Instead, it is a ground ball to first, and that'll move the runner over to third base. So Barrett goes to third on the ground out, 1 away for Jim Rice. Rice, 4-6-6. Does he have control? He does have control, which means it's a base hit to left field by Rice, and that will score Barrett and close the book on Clear. Clear pitched to 3 batters, gave up 3 hits and 3 runs, so about as ugly as you can get for Mark Clear. And it's now a 9-7 ball game here in the top of the 8th. And that'll bring up Don Baylor. 1-2-4. Control, yes. Ground out to short. And with the lead die 1, that's a double play. 6-4-3. But 3 runs come across for the Red Sox. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. It is now 9-7. Plesac a little shaky there, but not as shaky as Clear was. And now for the Sox, they will turn to Calvin Schiraldi to try to keep things close right where they are. So Calvin Schiraldi coming on to face Robin Yount. Start things off. Schiraldi to Yount. 1-3-5. That's the unusual play result. Black 1 means we're going to the ballpark. And County Stadium plays big to both righties and lefties. So we're going to roll for a big result. No decider die needed. 4-6. Big ballpark, yes. Deep fly ball caught by the outfielder. Otherwise, home run king hits a home run. Well, Yount wasn't a home run king anyway, but since it's a big ballpark, it is caught out there by Jim Rice, we'll say. One away. Doesn't specify, so since it's a right-handed hitter, I'm going to say he flew to left. All right, here's Braggs. 2-2-6, that's another hit by pitch, and Schiraldi got him. So second time that the Sox have hit a Milwaukee batter. They hit Yount in the first inning. Now they hit Braggs here in the 7th, or in the 8th rather. And here's Greg Brock. Looking to turn 2, 1-4-5. Struggler, no. So it is a double play. Grounded to first. It's a 3-6-3 double play. Lead dive 1 produces that double play. And we go to the 9th. Last chance for the Sox. They trail it 9-7. Dan Plesac going for the save. He is now semi-fresh. Facing Dwight Evans, Henderson, and Sullivan. Might get a pinch hitter for Sullivan. 2-2-5. Star. No, he's semi-ace, but he's not a star. Slugger or sad sack. He is a semi-slugger. Decider die says he's a slugger, so he will pop out to right field unless he's a whiffer, which he also is with that dot, so he's going to strike out. So Evans with the strikeout. One away for for Dave Henderson. 1-3-4. Goal catcher, no. Is he a champion? No. We got outfield drama for the Brew Crew. I think it's the first time we've had outfield drama for them. Yount is semi-iron. Everybody else is neutral. So now Yount and center will be iron. 1-5. Left fielder Gold. No, he's not. Rob Deere is not Gold. So instead of a fly out, it's a single to left field. 1 out single. That's in purple, so we would go to the chemistry chart, but we're having a pinch hitter, and that's going to override that. So Mike Greenwell is going to pinch hit. He will pinch hit for Mark Sullivan. So Greenwell will be pinch hitting for Sullivan off the regular chart. He is the tying run at the plate, and he is a slugger with a semi-champion. 4-4-6. Is he a star? No. Is he sad sack, utility, or patient? None of those. So he will single to right field. He's not active, so he won't steal, but it will be a single, and it will move the runner to third. So Henderson motors to third. Runners are at the corners. That's in red, so we're going to the experience chart for the at-bat for Spike Owen. Spike Owen's a semi-icon. Plesac's a semi-prospect. So it could get interesting here. Tying runs are on base. 1-6. Icon pitcher. No, he's a prospect pitcher. Fool's batter swinging an inside pitch, grounded short if he was an icon. Otherwise, a clean single to the outfield for Spike Owen. That will score. Henderson cuts the lead to 9-8. And lead die of 1 means a 1-base advancement for Greenwell. So runners are at first and second. It is now a 9-8 game. And now Plesac is a semi-struggler because that was the 3rd straight hit he is allowed. But Treblehorn has really no other options unless he wants to go to Chuck Krim, who is loosening the bullpen. So Wade Boggs up lefty on lefty. They're going to try to trust Plesac. 1-1-4. Is he fresh? No. He's in his 2nd inning of work, so he's not fresh. Sad sack or patient? He is semi-patient. Sire Die says no. So it won't be a foul to the catcher. It'll be a single to right field. And that will load the bases. So the bases are loaded, and that's going to do it for Plesac. He is now a full struggler. So with Marty Barrett coming up, Treblehorn goes to the pen and calls on Chuck Creme de la Creme. He is a semi-star. He will now be an ace for this first at-bat because it's mid-inning. And he's got his job work cut out for him. Bases loaded, 1 out. A double play would end the game. Marty Barrett, the batter. The infield is at double play depth. 4-6-6. Does he have control? Yes, he does. And that's a bad sign because that's a single to left field with a 2-base advancement. The Red Sox have come back to take the lead as both Greenwell and Owens score. Both those runs charged to Plesac. Boggs goes to third. And how about that, folks? 3 runs in the 8th and now 3 runs so far in the 9th. It is now a 10-9 Red Sox lead. And Treblehorn doesn't know what to do with himself. Runners at the corner is 1 out for Bill Buckner. Infielder still at double play depth. 3-3-5. Is he wild? No. Is he a sad sack? No, he's not. So it's a single to right field for Bill Buckner. That will score another run. It's 11-9. Barrett will go to third as Boggs comes in to score. It says stoic runner. Let's see here. Stoic runner will, he'll get a stolen base unless he's stoic. He's semi-stoic. Sire Die says no. So how about that? Bill Buckner's going to steal a base. So it's second and third now. Jim Rice is going to get intentionally walked to load the bases. And that will bring up Don Baylor. Bases loaded. Oops, forgot my little dudes. Bases are juiced with only 1 out for Don Baylor. 1-4-6. Flash. No, he doesn't have flash. Is Baylor a champion? No. It's a ground out to second, and that is a double play. 4-6-3. That lead die of 1. So 4 runs come in for the Sox. And I tell you, Milwaukee bullpen just let it all go. They crapped the bed. It is now 11-9 as we go to the bottom of the 9th. Bottom of the 9th, Schiraldi's going to come back out. He only faced 3 batters, so he's going to be semi-fresh, but he's going to see if he can't finish the deal and get an improbable win. I don't know who they got left in the bullpen to try to get a save out of. Let's see, they've used Sambito, they've used Crawford, and then Stanley started. They've got Wes Gardner. He's potential. Wes Chauncey Gardner. And we also need a new catcher because we pinch hit for Sullivan with Greenwell. So Greenwell is going to come out, and Danny Schaefer. Danny Schaefer is the catcher to replace in the defensive category. He is iron, so that could be problematic. But they had to go for offense. They had no choice. So Schaefer is on, and he is iron. We'll see what happens. It is all up to Schiraldi to see if he can't hold the deal. Robideau is set to lead off. He's 0 for 4. He's not going to bat. They're going to bring in a pinch hitter for Robideau. So they go to their bench. They've got B.J. Surhoff, and they've got, yep, that's who they're going to go to. They had Mike Felder, Rick Manning, and B.J. Surhoff, and it wasn't much of a decision. It's going to be B.J. Surhoff. So B.J. Surhoff pinch hits for Robideau as the wheels are turning in both dugouts. And Treblehorn trying to see if he can't find an answer to protect that bullpen that blew it. Schiraldi is now semi-fresh. He's also a semi-workman. Here's Surhoff, pinch hitter. 1-4-6, flash. He does have the flash quality. It is a strikeout. Although Surhoff does have a semi-good eye. The side eye says he has a good eye. So instead he will ground out, but he's still going to be out either way. We'll call it 4-3. 1 away for Rob Deere. Sox 2 outs away from an improbable comeback. 3-4-6. Is he eager? No, he's not. So he's going to walk. Active runner steals, but he is not active. So we're still going. It's in purple. We're going to the chemistry chart for Schroeder. Both teams semi-harmonious. Now they're both neutral. 3-4. Batting team harmony. No, if that was a dot, they would have been harmonious, but they're not. Instead of a single, it's a ground out to third. Lead die of 3 is a fielder's choice. So it's a 5-4 fielder's choice. Boggs to Barrett, 2 down. And we're down to Jim Gantner. Last chance for the Brew Crew is Jim Gantner. 2-3-3. Ace or star? No. Slugger? No. It's a fly out to center, and that's your ball game. How about that? The Red Sox look like they were left for dead, and they come all the way back after being down 10-4. They come back with 3 in the 8th 4 in the ninth, and win the game by the final score of 11-9. Winning pitcher is Calvin Schiraldi. The loser is Dan Plesac. And let's check on hits. There were a bunch by both teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 hits by the Sox. So 11 runs, 15 hits, and 2 errors for the Sox. For the Brew Crew, see how many hits they had. 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, that was a hit by pitch. That was not a hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, and 2 hit by pitches. So there you go. Final line score. Boston wins it on opening day despite the horrible outing of Bob Stanley. They come back with 3 in the fourth, 3 in the eighth, and 4 in the ninth. Win it 11-9. 11 runs, 15 hits, and 2 errors for the Sox. 9 runs, 12 hits, no errors for the Brew Crew. And after one game, Bob Stanley did it. The Red Sox did it, not Bob Stanley. It was the Red Sox that did it. They came all the way back. Death by 1,000 paper cuts, all these singles. Except for Boggs' triple. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 singles in the last 2 innings. To go 9 singles if we go back here to Owen. So that's 9 singles and a triple in the last 2 innings. 10 hits, 7 runs in the last 2 innings to come back and win it and spoil the home opener for the Brew Crew. So Ron, if you're watching this, hopefully you get some solace that there was some redemption. And it wasn't Bob Stanley's redemption, but it was the Red Sox redemption. So until next time, hope you enjoyed that, and we will see you all down the road.